Good morning, everybody. So today we're going to talk about the Emperor in the Major Arcana of the Tarot deck. So we have already talked about the mind complex, and it all starts with consciousness, the magician. You cannot activate the unconscious mind without a brain, without consciousness, okay? Then you have to go through a series in your life of events that are mainly coming through as the unconscious, and this is when we are plugged into the matrix. These experiences create thoughts and feelings. Usually until you unplug, these thoughts and feelings are within the matrix. The next in the mind complex, so these are all the mind complex, okay? So this here is the matrix. This here this here potentiates the matrix, the unconscious mind, until you unplug from the matrix. This here is the catalyst of the unconscious mind, which is usually your ego, until you realize what your ego is. And your ego actually has 8 components, just so you know. That's her. And this here is the Emperor, or this experience. So the experience, let's talk about the Emperor. Now the Emperor in the Tree of Life is from Kokma to Tiferet, which is beauty and the sun. So it connects wisdom from the ether to the sun, the aspect of beauty, the soul, etc. So this line here is him. It is the learning lesson of the Emperor. And the Emperor can best be described as the observer. The Emperor also represents in the Tree of Life, they represent it as a window. And if you think about a window, what do you do in a window? You observe through a window. Like right now, I am observing the ocean as I am doing my vlog. Look at that is my observation right now. Therefore, if the Emperor is observation, in order to activate the Emperor in your life, you have to be able to observe her. You have to be able to observe your thoughts and your feelings. And observation is often the first step into spirituality. When you start observing your feelings and your thoughts, and you start thinking like, I don't want to feel angry. Why is everything turning out so shit for me? Like, I want a beautiful life. Why is depression such a huge aspect, or guilt, or shame, or fear, or anxiety? This is not how life should be. Why am I feeling like this? That is him. He is often the first step into spirituality, opening up your third eye, and he releases blame, he releases victimhood, and he embraces truth, the real thought and feeling of the situation. Then as he becomes a really good observer, he starts looking into the unconscious mind. She is also the shadows. She is also the great night of the soul. That's all her. He begins to observe her. Like, why am I feeling like shit all the time? This, where is it coming from? It's always coming from her. And he is usually the first step to start unplugging from the matrix. When you start saying, no, this isn't my truth. I'm not coming from my frickin' mind and my ego anymore. Let me just come from my heart for a second. Let me just observe and see if I don't react, if I don't create a negative feeling and thought over a programmed reaction. The program is coming from my unconscious mind, mainly from childhood. Then I unplug from the matrix for that second minute. And as you continue observing, the unplugging becomes longer and longer and longer. So this is my take on the Emperor. It's such a beautiful card. As you can see, he holds consciousness in his hand. But yet he kind of looks and he observes. He's got consciousness, so he's fully gripping. He's holding consciousness, as is the Magician. But he has to sit there and he has to observe her, where it's coming from. But it starts by observing her, who is also holding consciousness. Who isn't holding consciousness? Because she's the unconscious mind. So that's my take on the Emperor. Like I said, I am actually going to write a little PDF book about this stuff. And I'm going to go from there. But enjoy. I hope that helps. Love you guys. Bye.